Open Adoption and Family Services. Adoptee Voices, real people, stories, and choices. Says Adoptee Nathan, I have so many stories that make me who I am.
Hi, my name is Nathan Faust.
How significant is adoption in your life?
Probably the most significant thing in my life. I would say that because it really did shape who I am as a person, especially being open adopted. It's shown me that I have so many different stories that all go into making me who I am as a person. And I'm really happy that I'm actually able to know about that experience. Being transracially adopted as well, having my adoptive parents who don't look like me has also been an adventure too, where it's been a journey for me to find my own identity in the world through my own research and my own determinations of who I am, finding out what I can, while at the same time having incredibly supportive parents.
Describe your adoptive family.
My adoptive family is just my two parents and me. My parents have been together for I think 27 years, something like that. It's a really long time. And I was adopted from birth. They're both white. I'm biracial, but mainly present black. And no one's walking on the street and is like, oh, there's my mixed guy. No, there's a light-skinned black guy. That's just how life is. We spend time together just through being friends, through being parent and child. We go on hikes together, we read together, write together, things like that.
What qualities do your adoptive parents have that you appreciate and value?
I would say patience. I would say that one of the qualities they have that I value a lot is that they have a really good line between recognizing that there are going to be some aspects to me that they don't really understand because we don't share the same biology, and so that I'm my own person, but at the same time they've instilled core values in me of strength and things like that.
What's the nature of the relationship your parents and birth parents have created with each other?
There's definitely a sign of respect there, just respecting the situation as a whole, and I'm sure there are things that I don't really know about that are in the background, but at the same time, all I've ever experienced is just them being fantastic pairs where everyone gets along, everyone's invited to everything, just recognizing that no one isn't a part of my life as well, so that everyone's there and they're all a giant part of me.
Describe your relationship with your birth parents.
My relationship with my birth parents is strong. I'm looking forward to, after coronavirus is over, to living with my birth dad in Australia for a couple months. My birth mom lives right down the road from me in Portland. Their families are in town as well, so I get to see them too. I'm definitely integrated into the family structure.
How do you spend time with your birth parents?
So I spend time with my birth parents mainly on the phone. I live in Los Angeles now, and they're all in Australia or Oregon. So everything has to be over the phone, but we always make time for each other really, really easily. They're the most important people in my life.
How have your adoptive parents shown you they value your birth parents?
Well, they've never hidden from me that I'm adopted. They've always made sure that I know how loved I am by my adoptive parents and by my birth parents, just to make sure that I know that I have a very strong network and support system. If I ever have any questions, I'm going to be able to go to them to ask.
How has your perspective of adoption shifted over time?
This is a strong question for me. I realized that my situation was unique. I thought that all kids had birth parents and a set of parents who took care of them. I didn't realize that until I was about 8, but I didn't realize that the vast majority of people were just raised by the people who brought them into the world. I would say that that really did shift and shape me, just saying that, oh, people do have different lives than me.
What role does adoption play in your life as an adult?
I'm recognizing that it is my responsibility to speak about it whenever I can, because a lot of people just don't know. And so education is always the most important thing. And so I try to make sure that I talk about it as freely and openly as possible, especially since it's been such a positive experience in my life.
How has open adoption formed your values and acceptance?
Open adoption has formed my values and acceptance because it's shown me that I do have a lot of the same qualities as my birth parents, even though I didn't grow up being raised by them. It's also shown me that people are subject to change and that nobody can't change. And so it's given me some real conviction to actually help changing people's minds in the world today.
How do you feel about having an open versus closed adoption?
Adoption is just not an easy thing at all. There are going to be questions, there's going to be records, and so when it's a not easy process, open adoption is much better than closed. With open adoption, you're able to access medical records, you're able to have those questions answered. Where if there's things I'm wondering about myself or where I get something from, I can just talk to my birth family because they know the answer to that. They know, like, oh, your grandpa has this too, or that was your grandma's favorite thing. So there, I have that family history. So that's why I believe the open adoption is much stronger.
What do you want your friends, peers, and the world to know about open adoption?
I think that it's just a fantastic thing. I think it's a really great opportunity for people to have another shot at life, especially just going through, just saying that, oh, I can't take care of a child. I want to be able to be in their lives still. I want to make sure they have the resources. There is that solution there. There is a solution that your child can be taken care of by someone who loves them, while at the same time you're still able to be in their lives and give them a much more rich, fulfilling experience.
Thanks, Nathan. Open Adoption and Family Services. Adoptee Voices. Real people, stories, and choices. Produced by Open Adoption and Family Services. Connect with us at 1-800-772-1115 or go to openadopt.org.